Well, this is Baruch here at the Tikun Elevator Kollel, and we're moving on in the feelings, the supplications, understanding of the Kabbalah of what's going on through the 3 weeks. Now, here's a prayer we're focusing specifically on the saying of Tikun Chatzot. It's a very, very important idea in regards to sweetening what happened. Kumi, get up. Roni, sing to me. Balayla. Be'inyan Amiras Tikun Chatzos, and this is all about saying the Tikun Chatzos. We'll learn a little bit about the background of Tikun Chatzos here, or what it is. It says, Hine Kavar Hirbucha B'Sif Farim HaKadoshim. So we've already seen either in this Sefer or at others, Lahaflig, to point out and to publicize, but Godel Chashivos, in tremendous importance, in regards to the Inyan of Bechia, with regards to the crying for his ownness and the lamentation, Al Churban Beis Hamikdash, the destruction of the temple, the Legalis of Shechina, for the Galis of the Shechina of the Kedusha of Bechlal, and talked about the fact that we are in exile, and God, that is the Shechina, the presence of the Almighty, is within us, with us, in exile too. Of a chashivas amiras tikun chatzos beprat, and specifically how we can rectify this situation as much as possible by saying tikun chatzos. Asher inyanim nizgav ma'od, because what's going on there is on an extremely high level. B'yodim divrei HaShulchan Aruch, so we know the words of the Shulchan Aruch. Shekasa b'techilas chelek Orach Chaim, the beginning of the Orach Chaim, it says, Roy l'kol yarish hamayim, it is fit for any man who has a fear of heaven, shehei meitzer v'doeg, that the person should feel the pain and the trepidation that accompanies the Churban Beis Hamikdash. Now, just a little bit of background is going to come up over here in this paragraph, and let's see what he says. He says, let's talk about Tikun Chatzos. The Tikun Chatzos, kolel shnei cholokim, there are actually 2 parts to Tikun Chatzos. Echad, the first one, Tikun is called Tikun Rachel, the Tikun of Rachel Imenu. Now, Rachel is also known in Kabbalah, excuse me, as Malchus. So he said, base, the second one is Tikun Leah. Now, Leah is also the second wife of Yaakov. She's not Malchus, but she's attached to them. They're to go together. He said, Inyanim shall Tikun Rachel. So what's going on in Tikun Rachel? Who l'koinen ala Churban, is to make lamentations about the destruction itself. Ve'ilur inyanim shall Tikun Leah, but what's going on in the Tikun Leah, which is said after the Tikun Rachel, who l'orer as hachmiho, is to arouse the Shechina's chachamim, v'hatikva, and also, and the hope, the geula hasida, of the redemption that will come in the future. Tikun Rachel omrim rak b'yomim she'omrim bechem tachnun. So only on the days when we say what we call tachnun, or the nefilas apayim, when we do that, al pi Shulchan Aruch, according to Shulchan Aruch, those are the days in which we say, only on those days do we say Tikun Rachel. Rak ad alas hashachar, and then only until the morning star rises. But Tikun Leah, now on the other hand, the Tikun for Leah, Omrim Gam B'Yamim She'ein Omrim B'Chem Tachlon, we say also in those days too. The Rabbos Shavasos, and to include that we say Tikun Leah on Shabbos, and we say it on Yom Tov too. Ela Shebiyamim Elu Mashmida, but we also push aside the Miras Ad Ana B'Chia B'Tzion. There's a prayer over that, this particular one, which talks about crying for Tzion. He says we don't say that on days when we don't say Tachnun. He said, "V'gam la'achar alos hashachar," and then after, even after the morning star comes up, in other words, the morning is breaking. V'Yushalayim too, Nalgav pi Rishash. The custom was according to the Rishash, Shebeshnas Hashmita, that when the sabbatical year came, Omrim Rak Tikun Leah, we only say Tikun Leah then, below Tikun Rachel, and not the Tikun for Rachel. V'zos ma'achar shekol chashana, and this is because after every year, he bebechinas Shabbos LaHashem is the aspect of Shabbos to Hashem. V'koloshan akasa, like the pasuk said. In other words, it's all a Shabbos, so therefore it's like that holiday, and you don't say Tikun Rachel. V'Shabbos says, so V'Shabbos ha'aretz Shabbos l'Hashem, and there it says V'Shabbos Lashon Shabbos, that the land should have a Shabbos too. It'll be a Shabbos to Hashem. So therefore, we wouldn't say it. We wouldn't say Tikun Rachel. Lavel b'chutz la'aretz omrim Tikun Rachel, but in chutz la'ar we do say Tikun Rachel. Gam b'shnas Shemitah, also in the years of the Shemitah. Ukashagia Rabbi Kodesh Rabinowitz. I think he's talking here about our rabbi, Rabbi Gamliel Rabinowitz, Zetzukal, who's well, maybe not. Maybe it was father. I'm not sure who he is. Zetzukal. I know that Rabbi Rabinowitz is not has left this world. The Aretz HaKadosh, that when he came, this Rabinowitz, and the year he came was the year of the Shemitah. He continued on, the minhag, the custom that he was accustomed to do, lomer Tikun Rachel gam b'shnas Shemitah, where he said Tikun Rachel, also in the time of the Shemitah. And I'm not so sure I think it's the Rav Yisroel Asher Zelig. I'm not sure, Margolius. So I don't know these names. I don't know these people. So I'm doing the best I can to get their names right. That's all. V'amalo shekan Eretz HaKodesh, here in the Holy Land, Nag shelo lomer Tikun Rachel b'shnas Shemitah. So in the year of the Shemitah, we don't say that. That's what this Rav told this Rabbi Rabinowitz. So from the implications of this, so then the Rav HaKodesh, he said it with some pain, hat mir zu genommen das ganze Achius. So trust me, that's Yiddish, not my language. Lakachtem mimeni, you have taken from me, as called Hachius, you've taken all of my breath away with this ruling. This is Baruch Fleischman about the Tikun Elevator Kolel. We're learning shtickle, little bits here and there about Tikun Chatzot and about the time of the Bein HaMetzarim.